What's up, guys? It's Dust here, and welcome back to The Legend of Zelda: The Wind Waker. Last time, we finished up at the Tower of Gods, made it to the underwater castle, and got ourselves the Master Sword. Let me show it real quick. Yep, we got ourselves the Master Sword, the legendary blade said to have been used by the Hero of Time himself. So, this time, we have a little bit of collecting to do. I promise not as much as last time, but now that we have the bow, there are a few more things that we can go and do. Going 1 square west from the Tower of the Gods, actually inside the reef this time, is the sunken treasure. Get a silver rupee. Very nice. Going 1 north from the Six-Eye Reef, which is 1 northwest of the Tower of the Gods, we actually want to get hit by this cyclone. Because now that we have the bow, you actually shoot at him. Hit him 3 times. That's a heck of an arm you've got there. And what an eye. No one's ever been able to spot me in there before now. You're obviously a mastery of the air. Now that we've established that you're quite the Wind Waker, let's see if you can handle this. So down, right, left, up. You learned the Ballad of Gales. Wahoo! In the hands of a Wind Waker like you, my adorable little cyclones will be as happy as can be. If you need to move like the wind over the ocean deeps, just call on my cyclones. Well, I guess I'll head home. I'll head for home now. See you on down the road. So, the Ballad of Gales is actually a required song to get. But playing it, we now have access to the cyclones. We can use these to travel around the entire world, and we're actually going to take one and go to Outset. Yeah, instant travel, and now we're right here at Outset. This is going to cut out so much sailing from your time. It's very nice and very, very worth your time to get. So actually, on Outset, there is one thing for us to do. Because I'm hoping that we got... Yes, if we have exactly 10. You need at least 10 Knight's Crests to do this. You remember, we got a letter not too long ago from Orca, who was asking about some Knight's Crests. We show those to him. Why, that is a Knight's Crest. How many of those do you have? Then I suppose the time has come for me to speak to you about the crests. The Knight's Crest. It is the symbol of a courageous knight. But not just anyone can gather them. No, it takes a solo who possesses not only power, but wisdom and courage as well. Any courageous soul who gathers 10 of these crests can learn a powerful new sword technique. Both my brother and I dreamt of learning this technique in our youth. We worked so hard to collect the crests. It took many long years and adventures beyond count before we even approached finding 10 of them, and we both grew old. It appears you have enough might to learn that technique now. Perhaps, just perhaps, you can master it. Very good, Link. Heed my words. Hold B to build up power and then release it. Come at me now. Do it. So, we hold B. As soon as you see that flash, you learn the Hurricane Spin. Hold up B to build up your power, and then release it to perform a whirling attack with your blade. Remember, it consumes magic power. Amazing, Link. You did it. You have mastered the Hurricane Spin. At last you have made our long-held dream come true. Oh, the joyful tears. They won't stop. I thought my tears had dried up long ago. There is nothing left for me to teach you. I am certain now that you will save your sister Ariel and bring her home to Outset. This is such an amazing technique. We just become a human Beyblade and spin all over the place. You do become slightly dizzy afterwards, obviously. But it is such a fun attack to use. That was not the last of our errands, though. We still have a few more things to do. 1 square to the east of Windfall. This is Pawprint Isle, if you remember we came here before. We have a sunken treasure. That gives us a piece of heart. Very nice. 1 north of Dragon Roost Island by 7-Star Isles. You have these 3 platforms here. Only the one in the middle actually has a ladder attached to it. So we're going to head on up. Heading on up, we have some Wizrobes. We have a Wizrobe. That causes this chest to appear. Oh, we have another Wizrobe over there. We get a red rupee from this chest. Wow. He just completely noped my jump. I kind of had a feeling that was going to happen, but I'm like, nah, I got this. He's not going to get me. Okay, where is he now? Where is he now? There you are. Get out of here. That makes a chest over there appear. And, of course, another Wizrobe shows up. This one gives us a golden feather. Now we have 2 more Wizrobes that just appeared. Damn it. Come on. There we go. Now we have 1 final chest. Let's head over. That gives us a treasure chart. Back over by the flight control platform, you remember the submarine that I tried to go to but wasn't able to. This is 1 east of Dragon Roost, in case you forgot. We head on in. I'll show you what I was trying to deal with before. We step on the switch down here, lights everything up, and we have Wizrobes. At first it didn't seem too bad, but it gets pretty bad. Ow. Okay, come on. Come on. Okay, I need the boomerang. Green choo-choos are not fun to fight without the boomerang. There we go. But, as you can see, the Wizrobes The Wizrobes end up going into positions where they're floating, and when they do this, it is not possible to hit them with the sword, so trying to attack them with just the sword did not go well. So, you want to ignore the mini blends, because they're just going to keep coming, and just use your bow on these things. You want to only pay attention for the Wizrobes, shoot them when you can. There you go. Now imagine trying to do that without the bow. That's what I tried doing before, and it did not end well. I just got frustrated and had to stop. Now, we come up here. We get the platform chart. Now you can find the platforms out on the high seas. Let me show that off real quick. Yeah, so now we can see every single platform that is by every single island and every square. Obviously, we've already covered a lot of these platforms, so this chart isn't really of too much use to us, but it's just a nice item to have if you want it. Back at Shark Island, which is one northeast of Outset, that gives us a silver rupee. Now, the next item on our agenda. If you were doing the flower thing on Windfall, I recommended that you saved one. We are now going to go ahead and start the massive trade sequence side quest that I mentioned before. There are 3 different merchants along the Great Sea. There is one on Great Fish Isle, there's one on Bomb Island, and there's one on the Mother and Child Isles. These merchants spawn at different times of the day. Like, some of them appear at daytime, some of them appear at night. So you'll have to be constantly changing the day, time, and warping around using the Ballad of Gales. It is a very long and very tedious side quest, but I will show you how to do that. So, the first merchant we want to go to is on Great Fish Isle. And I don't remember if he appears... I don't remember where he is and what time of day he appears, but I will let you know when I find him. Oh, here he is, right on this raft. I'm what you call a traveling merchant. Yes, I'm just a cheery fellow who bobs between waves in search of all manner of rare items, cracked and pristine, wild and woolly. I came from distant lands because I heard there was a treasure of great worth on this island, but I can't find a thing. Thought perhaps my fate would cross with that most mystic of rare items, the fabled shop guru statue, but it seems as though I am off the mark yet again. By the by, for some reason, looking at that delivery bag of yours gives me the seeking suspicion that it might have some rare treasure hidden in the depths. If you have anything even slightly out of the ordinary in there, would you mind trading it to me? Anything at all? This knapsack I'm lugging around is stuffed full of all sorts of wondrous things. Why don't you show me what you've got, and I'll show you what I'll trade it for. So, if we show him the town flower... Oh, that's a town flower, is it not? In that case, would you be interested in trading that for the sea flower? Sure. Most worthy. Then my fee will be... well, I suppose 20 rupees will do. It's a deal. Yes, some of these will have fees when you trade them in. So you also want to make sure you have a good amount of rupees when you do this quest. We have over 2,000, so that hopefully should be enough. I'm not going to read all this dialogue because it's going to be repetitive. So now, we want to show him the exact same flower he just gave us. He'll give us an exotic flower for 25 rupees. So now that we have the exotic flower, our next stop is the merchant on Bomb Island. On Bomb Island, our merchant is actually right up here, and let me talk to this guy as well. Oh, to think that over there would be... Oh, I think we talked to this guy before. That's right, we were here before. We had something else to do. Okay, he says pretty much the same thing. So, if we show him the exotic flower... gives us the Sickle Moon Flag. 40 rupees. Yeah, these are just getting more and more expensive. So, we get the Sickle Moon Flag. We show that back to him again. He gives us the Fountain Idol. Now, our next stop is the merchant on Mother and Child Isles. However, before we go there, I'm going to show you something very important. There is a warp at Mother and Child Isles. However, you do not want to use that. You want to just use the one for Tingle Isle. You want to use the one for Tingle Island and sail northwest. Yes, the cyclone that brings you to Mother and Child Isles is something we'll be going over at some point because it leads to something a little bit different than you'd expect. Maybe these merchants aren't affected by time of day. I thought they were, but... Oh, we have a blue choo-choo here, so we can get that as well. No, I wanted that out. Alright, so... grab the Choo Jelly, stun it, kill it. Alright, there we go. But yeah, here's this merchant as well, and it's... still technically daytime, I think, but it might be just now turning to night. We'll see. But anyways, we give him the Fountain Isle. No, keep it. Keep it, please. Does he not actually trade with us until we talk to him? That's annoying. So, for the Fountain Idol, he gives us the Big Sail Flag. 35 rupees, so not as expensive as the idol was. Back over at Great Fish Isle. We'll show him the Big Sail Flag. He'll give us the Hero's Flag. We give him back the Hero's Flag. I only trade 3 times per day. Okay, I've never run into this problem, so let me play the Song of Passing, I guess. Giving him the Hero's Flag, he'll give us the Postman statue, which is 100 rupees. Back over on Mother-Child Isles. We'll give him the Postman statue. And he gives us the Shop Guru statue. Which is 200 rupees. Now, if you remember, this was the specific item that the merchant on Grapefish Isle specifically was looking for. So let's go give that to him, shall we? Is that... It couldn't be. The shop guru statue? Such a divine figure. Surely this is none other than the legendary individual who reigns at the peak of the business world. Oh, most worthy day! While my lifelong dream has at long last come true. Such joy! This is my thanks to you for fulfilling my dream. It is a heart-filled reward, brimming with gratitude. Alright, hold out your hands. For completing all that, we get the Piece of Heart. My, but I have received a worthy item. Tonight, I will hold this close to my bosom as I sleep. I can't wait. Weird way to phrase that, buddy. So now, to fully complete this quest, we want to go back to Windfall. And we, of course, want to go talk to Zunari, who gave us the quest in the first place. As you approach, you can see his business has gotten a lot bigger now that we've done all that. So we come over and talk to him now. Yes, young master, look. Already my shop has a wide variety of products to choose from. It's a cornucopia. Thanks to you, young master, every morning the postman comes with packages from the traveling salesman you traded with. At last, my humble stall has the appearance of a full-fledged store. My dear, your unflagging dedication has strengthened my determination to live my life for the success of my business. Master, you are the savior of my stall. I must thank you from the very bottom of my heart. This is my most prized possession, next to my hoodie coat, of course. It is none other than the Zunari family treasure. Please accept it. He gives us the magic armor. Use your rupees to create a barrier around you that protects you from enemy attacks. You won't expend rupees unless you take damage from an enemy or other hazard. This is the only heirloom I brought with me when I moved here from my hometown. Well, excluding the lovely sail you purchased from me earlier, of course. It is a magical heirloom, one that calls up a mysterious power to protect your body from harm. Of course you can use it even when you are sailing the open seas, my dear. My dear, please, use this to protect yourself. As you seek out more merchants, I beg of you. And please be on the constant lookout for new and exciting products. Not that I have anything left to reward you with if you find any. So, the sequence that I did was the fastest sequence that you could take to get the Piece of Heart. I will put up on screen a full chart of all three merchants and what each one gives you if you trade something to them. There were, if you notice on there were also a few items that I never received. I am not really interested in getting every single item. However, there are a couple more items that we could have gotten in the trading sequence that I just ended up not getting. Now, this is not the only quest that requires us to go around the world using the Ballad of Gales. There is one other one. So I will see you guys at Forest Haven. So, back here at Forest Haven, unfortunately, we're going to need to empty our bottles. Luckily, all the stuff that we have here is easily reobtainable. So, we'll set our ferry free. We'll drink our blue potion that we don't need. And we'll drink our elixir soup that we don't need. And what we want to do is we want to fill all these bottles up with forest water. You filled your bottle with forest water. You can use it multiple times, but it loses its forest freshness after 30 minutes. After that, it becomes normal water. So. Oh. We can only carry one bottle of it at a time, apparently. So I could have saved some of that stuff. Anyways, with this, if you remember, there are a number of Koroks around the world with withered Deku trees that requested water from Forest Haven to try and save the tree. We are going to go help with all that. So, luckily, I'll leave out all the sailing and teleporting and just show you where each of them are. The first one is one east of Forest Haven, here on Cliff Plateau Isles. You see he's all the way up there. However, we unfortunately need to go through this underground cavern again before we can get to him. So, here we are. All we have to do is just pour some of the forest water onto the tree. and it's no longer withered. Thank you very much, swordsman. You must find 7 more of my fellow Koroks. You pour that forest water on all of our trees, then the trees will surely grow strong again. But remember, in just 27 minutes and 33 seconds, the forest water you have will turn into plain water. So hurry up and look for my fellow Koroks. Well, you heard him. On Shark Island, which is 1 northeast of Outset, we have a Korok right here. Back by Great Fish Island, if you go to this one piece of land right here that's kind of swirly, there's a Korok at the top. We'll stop here. Come on, there we go. Head up here. There we go. Still have 25 minutes, and we've already done 3 Koroks. We're making good time. 1 square southwest from Great Fish Island, we have Needle Rock Island. We're going to ignore the blue choo-choo because we only have a limited amount of time right now. And the Korok is all the way over here where we got that piece of heart earlier. At the private oasis, which is 1 south from the Tower of the Gods, there's 1 here. He is all the way over here. One square north of the Tower of the Gods, we have Eastern Fairy Island. There is one on Mother and Child Isles, but, like before, do not use the warp directly to Mother Child Isles. Just warp to Tingle Island and sail on over. One square east of Forsaken Fortress, we have the Star Island. And he's right in the center of the island. This is our last one. Doing all that, gave us a piece of heart, completing yet another heart container. So, this quest and the trading sequence quest can be done without the Ballad of Gales, but because there's so much going around the world, it's easier to wait until you have the Ballad of Gales to do both of these quests. But now, I'm going to go ahead and end things off here. Next time on The Legend of Zelda the Wind Waker, we finally head on to the Forsaken Fortress and see if this time we can be successful in saving Ariel. See you guys then.